Alrighty, guys, I'll take it. We had Sofi up around 5% on the day today in the midst of an overall green day, guys. We had a lot of green across the board. The Russell went up 2.4%, NASDAQ up 1.1%, S&P up around 0.9%, as we had the Dow up 0.4%, and the VIX went down over 9% on the day. So we're going to break down SoFi in this video. You guys know the drill. We'll go over the charts, key levels, what I'm looking to do, and of course, we'll break down the indexes and some stocks later in the video. So hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, and of course, you might as well get up to 15 stocks for Moo, each up to $2,000. Those are linked down below, guys. We'll talk more about that later, and with that being said, guys, let's dive right into the video. So again, SoFi went up around 5% on the day. It closed at $8.42, and it went up 40 cents on the dot on the day. And you guys can see we pretty much uptrended the entire day, right? We opened up at around $8.17, saw a little bit of a pullback, nothing crazy, to about $8.10. Then we spiked up to about $8.35, and with that move at around 10:30 a.m. on the East Coast to 8:35, we successfully took out the highs from yesterday, which yesterday we hit around, $8.20. That was at 1:30 p.m. on the East Coast. So we broke out of that this morning, then we pulled back. We held our ground at around $8.10, which was the low from earlier in the day, right, guys? You can see right here, $8.10. I just mentioned it, and we pretty much held there steady, and we bounced and rallied into close. As you guys can see here on the intraday, we rallied aggressively, and now we're actually up a little bit more in the aftermarket. We're at $8 and now 41 cents. Actually, on second thought, I guess we're down about a penny right now in the aftermarket, but either way, we hit 8.44 about 5 minutes ago here, so we actually took out the closing price. But yeah, 5% green day for SoFi, which led us to obviously take the highs out from yesterday, like I said. And here on the 5-day, 5-minute, now we're trending towards the highs from 2 trading days ago, Monday, where we hit $8.50. You guys can see right here, we hit $8.50 on Monday, sold off yesterday, Tuesday, to about $7.78 in the pre-market, and now we're rallying again as of today, back to that $8.50 mark. So what are we noticing, guys? Or at least what am I noticing? I'm going to tell you right now. I'm noticing an ascending triangle here on SoFi. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? You guys see this right here? We have clear higher lows being made. Boom. You got one right here. Boom. You got another one right here. Boom. You got one right here. And we have clear resistance at $8.50. So we're making higher lows into that $8.50 resistance. And if I pull this 10-day chart, you guys can see that even better. And mind you, with today's green day, now we're back over both moving averages on this time frame, and guys, we're almost at a high on this time frame as well, which is good for the bulls. And on the 20-day chart, you can see as well, now that Head and Shoulders is almost out the window, I would argue, which is great for the bulls, and it would definitely be out the window if we take out $8.50 and start making our way towards $9, which is possible, guys, especially if this triangle plays out. And mind you, on this 1 hour chart, we have a golden cross as well. We have the 50 crossing above the 180 SMA, and we can also see that we are, again, about to test 850, 830, that general range. We're actually above 830 right now, which is huge considering that was the double top resistance from earlier this year. In the end of January, we hit that point. So the fact that we broke over that and we closed above it is great. Now we just have to break 850 followed by $9 per share. So I already have an alert at $9. Let me set one at $8.50. Mark is at or above to see maybe, just maybe, we test that tomorrow. Maybe we break it and start going even higher. And you guys may or may not know my thoughts on this, but I feel like if we do break 850 in the very short term, we could go 9 to 945, 50-ish, which is where we were in the end of last month, at the end of last month. So that could be where we go in the short term. And the real upside, the real momentum, in my opinion, could come in if SoFi does take out 950 and starts pushing towards 10, and that comes back here to this wedge that we talked about in my videos and pretty much all my recent SoFi videos, which the wedge is still intact. Let me show you guys this right here. We clearly have higher lows being made, right? But at the same time, we have lower highs. So you guys can see that right here. Higher low, higher low, higher low. You guys see that? Lower high, lower high. Let's see here. Lower high. Boom. There we go. So arguably where we are right now, it is another potential lower high. That's if we do get rejected. So SoFi, man, it's the moment of truth for the bulls. The time has come. We're here. Moment of truth, man. So if SoFi breaks that wedge, 850, that's where we're going to start taking off. $9, maybe even higher, like I said. So I'm telling you, man, SoFi, it's that time. It's pretty much the moment of truth for that one, right, guys? So we're watching it here at that $859 mark. And today, again, 5% green day, we got closer and closer to the top of the wedge, which is really good for the bull. So let me go through these indexes very quickly, guys. And by the way, if you have not hit that like button yet, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. I appreciate you all for tuning in as always. And by the way, don't forget to get up to 15 stocks for a moo. Just use that link down below. Fund your account at least $100. You get 5 stocks. And fund your account at least $1,000. You get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks. And each of those could be valued up to $2,000. So get on it. Use that Moomoo link down below, guys. I appreciate you all for tuning in as always, and using the links down below. It does help out the channel as those are affiliate links. Cheers. This is my empty cup of coffee. Yep, might need another one, but cheers to that, guys. And yeah, let's break down these indexes very quickly, as we did have a nice bounce back day across the board. And you guys can see SPY went up 0.9% on the day. It sure looks like to me, I don't know about you, but to me it looks like we're continuing the uptrend here. We pulled down under the 50 moving average on the 4-hour chart yesterday. Now we're back over that, so that barely lasted a day there, guys. Triple Q is also seeing a pop back over the 50 SMA as well, which we dipped under it momentarily yesterday. So the fact that we're getting back over that is good for the bulls. Looks like the Russell, man, holy smokes. On the 4-hour chart here, you guys can see we had a 2.4% green day today on the Russell, which we saw a huge move, I think, on Monday, pulled back yesterday, Tuesday, and now we got to pop off that 50 SMA on the 4-hour chart. Very good overall in my eyes for the bulls here, the fact that we popped off that. But still, we have a lot of resistance here in the 2,000 to 2,050 to 75 point range. So keep that in mind on the Russell. And the Dow Jones Industrial Average, guys, also looks like it's continuing the uptrend, but not so much breaking back out like we're seeing on SPY and Triple Q. But who knows, man? Maybe that comes at some point here in the short term. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on these indexes. And for stocks that I'm looking at right now, very quickly, other than SoFi, really, there's two main ones. We have Coinbase, which is set to report earnings, I believe, tomorrow. Let me double check that. Yep, tomorrow after the bell. So we have Coinbase, which, mind you, is breaking out again, back over the moving averages on the 4-hour chart. I think Bitcoin is also back over 50K now, if I'm not mistaken. It's making a big move again. I have to double check what the price is. But Coinbase, I'm watching very closely, and I'm also watching DraftKings, DKNG, very closely. This stock went up 3% on the day, and they're set to report earnings tomorrow, I believe. Yep, tomorrow after the bell. So DraftKings and Coinbase for sure at the top of the watch list. And one more, might as well, one more. Enphase went up over 6% today, breaking back over the moving averages, getting awfully close to the highs from the end of last year, being about 135, 140. If those highs break, maybe more upside for Enphase Energy. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button. Again, make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you all later.